The B-beard is
not... Oh my gosh, holy cow. People pay good money for that.
Right?
B-beard's gone wrong, getting stung by a cow killer, and what the heck is going on here? Brace yourselves, because today we are breaking down and reacting to some of the most painful stings from the highly popular YouTube channel Brave Wilderness. To join me on the channel is the legend and the wildlife ambassador, Coyote Peterson. Welcome, my man.
Oh man, happy to be here. I can't wait to take a look at some of these clips.
Let's dive right in.
I'm Coyote Peterson, and I'm about to enter the spike zone.
What? Come on.
Come on! This one was complicated.
Are you allowed to have the fish out of water, though?
Yes.
Okay.
For a short amount of time. Oh. Here we go.
Let's see what happens.
3.
Ow!
When these fish are defending themselves against predators, it's probably something that's come in and is biting it, so those spines go in. Right. There's gonna be more impact. But think about it. How difficult is it to force something to penetrate your skin?
It actually takes a lot of effort, even when we do these really super sharp needles.
Yeah. It's actually really not that bad.
You have a significant amount of veins on your hands, so you could potentially puncture and get that sting directly into a vein.
The amount of pain that I was going through is probably a fraction of the amount of venom that could possibly be injected. You see where the spines went in? There, and I think his body kind of turned.
So do the spines ever come out and like stay in?
No, it's not like quills of a porcupine.
Probably went into like the subcutaneous, just underneath the skin. Unlikely into the muscle, but it could. And then now you're experiencing that toxin that it has.
Hold on a second. These fish are incredibly resilient. It's worth noting there's a massive invasive species in the United States. And fortunately, the population is kind of getting under control. They have these lionfish hunting tournaments. It's kind of coming in a wave. All right, I'm gonna take this thing off of my wrist. Now that's probably a thing that a doctor would suggest, right?
Yep.
Get this leather thing off.
Correct. We don't like anything that constricts. So we have had discussions before where it's like, hey, rings, get them off your hands. Make sure they're not on there because your hands can swell. And what you don't want to do is cut off the circulation.
See, look at
that. Yeah, you are a
practically
professional.
A doctor.
That's
you know?
right. That's right.
Feel my forearm, dude. That's like instant. Squeeze under here.
Intense. Do you feel like it's like getting hard and swollen?
That's what she said.
Could be related to you wearing bracelets from the sun, or if it's starting to swell, it actually push on that and actually blanch out your skin.
I felt the spikes go in. Woo. See, there in the slow motion, you can kind of see a force that I had to get.
Yeah, it was like a karate chop.
You know when skin pops.
Oh, yeah.
It's weird. It's like almost like saran wrap. That's kind of like a pinprick. Big pin, but a pinprick nonetheless. I kind of got up and said, that's not that bad.
Somebody came to the emergency department. Make sure your vital signs, which heart rate, blood pressure, all that stuff, are just fine. Make sure you're not having an allergic reaction or anaphylactic reaction. And then thereafter, it's just pain management. Typically, we start out with anti-inflammatories, and then if that's not sufficient, we can go to an opiate.
Okay, it's getting worse, guys. It's getting worse and I'm getting dizzy. And it does, it escalates. And that's the thing that I've noticed with a lot of different venoms that are specifically marine venom begins to build.
For your scale of 1 to 10, where would it fall for you?
I may have noted it in the episode where I felt, so I can't remember, so I don't want to contradict myself, but memory looking back on this all those years ago, I would say it was probably in the vicinity of a 5 or a 6. I'm Coyote Peterson, and I'm about to enter the sting zone with the cow killer. What a beast.
Is it a cow killer because it kills cows?
It's technically a wingless wasp. The old-timey tales would say it could kill a cow because of how bad the sting hurts, hence the name cow killer. It would not kill a cow.
Oh, okay, trying to sting you.
There's where the purchase happened, right there.
That happened so fast.
So fast, but you can see how thin the gauge is of that stinger when you think about that.
Yeah.
I mean,
you could see it just like testing the waters.
Well, it was just kind of missing. I don't think it was so much gauging as it was like, where am I gonna actually hit with?
You were like instantly like, oh, that doesn't feel good, immediately.
Oh, it's immediate, yeah.
Wow.
Oh my gosh, guys, this is super bad.
Describing is super bad. Doctors always ask, please describe it, and you're like, it hurts.
Well, it hurts.
Is it burning, pressure, sharp stabbing? Is it throbbing?
The venom is designed to react immediately. So it is a searing pain. This species specifically is more robust. Hold on, I gotta try to control my heart rate.
These guys are hanging out on the ground. People mostly get bitten just because they're walking around and they don't see them.
That's a great question. So when you disturb a wasp nest, it's usually something trying to defend its own. Because these little velvet ants are solitary, they're on the ground, all interactions happen with people accidentally stepping on them. It feels like I'm getting stung over
and over again.
Still continuous feeling.
Yeah, and that's the one thing that a lot of people will tell you about stings is like there is then that secondary effect, and I'm assuming that is just the neurotoxic properties,
it's working.
which I now know more about.
Is that all around the sting is tingling like these little tiny pincushion needles going tss, 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 tss.
That electrical impulse, I guess my question to you as the doctor is that the neurotoxic properties?
That is your neurotoxin property is messing with your nerves. You're also dealing with the pulsatile component of it, your blood pressure, heart rate adding into it.
There's all these little red dots forming, and I'm assuming that is where the venom is spreading.
1 to 10, where would you put it?
I would probably put this towards the 7.
Got it.
But the good thing about this is that it's a pain that doesn't last exceptionally long.
I'm Coyote Peterson.
Look at this shaved,
Clean
young,
shaven.
strapped man.
And I'm about to take on the Bee Beard Challenge.
You know that thing that was on my chin?
Yeah, I
was
saw
a
it. It's not your
queen
hair.
Pheromone. That
Right.
is a pheromone
Okay.
stick with the scent of a queen bee.
How you feeling now, Coyote?
It's a lot of bees.
Have you been stung yet?
No stings yet.
So the shininess that you see on my face, that's Vaseline to try to prevent the bees from wanting to go up into my eyes. We had Vaseline in my ears and on my nose. Chris, our amazing bee expert, said I would be completely fine.
That is a lot of bees. I would not be comfortable.
My neck is getting stung again.
So you're saying you're getting stung as this is happening?
Yeah, I got stung for the first time like twice very early on.
Okay.
And that was very unusual.
So what is Coyote Peterson?
That is a stinger lodged into my lip.
Yep.
And like that's a very sensitive part of the body.
Yes.
As I'm sure you
Oh,
can
and it'll
attest.
swell up real fast.
Yeah.
Yes.
Down the lip again. Oh, no.
The lips are just almost to your mucosal membrane on the inside, and it's like that transition. When you start getting around the face, we get worried because of swelling and then your airway, and it gets very concerning. And don't move. He's gonna take it off. Literally, you can see the stinger.
Yes.
He's grabbing it with his fingers. That bulb still has venom in it, so he is
The
squeezing
venom
it.
sac.
Yeah, so now he's going to squeeze it to try to get it out of you, and is going to inject more venom into you.
Probably a good chance.
Yes. I always tell my patients the appropriate way is to use tweezers as close as you can. Don't squeeze the bulb to pull it out. You can use a credit card or any type of card to slide across. Obviously, you can use duct tape. Certain things you can't get a good grasp on, you can actually use like Elmer's glue.
Oh, same spot.
Is somebody giggling behind you?
That's Mark in the background there. Everybody was like starting to
God.
laugh once they're like, man,
Okay.
there I got stung again. On
Wow,
the
they're going after your lip.
Well, here's the thing. Once a single bee stings, it is going into defense mode. So
Right.
it's releasing a pheromone that's saying, this is a thing that we're targeting.
Oh, but you've almost got it. You're so close.
Oh my gosh, that's
I'm
gonna
super
hurt.
nervous
Yes,
when
it
it's
is.
on my eye.
You got it. Power
Okay.
through.
Whew.
You've got this. You already got it.
At that point, it becomes a lot scarier when you've got your eyes closed.
Your proprioception now is going to be off. So,
Yeah.
you know, where you are in the world, you're going to start feeling dizzy. You're going to feel like you're going to falling over. So, you're good.
I'm getting stung a lot.
What you're not seeing
Is the amount.
is that the amount of times that I started getting stung from the pile of bees that was on my face.
I'm covered in bees.
Actually, literally,
It like drew blood.
yeah, it like got blood
Yeah.
to the surface. You just got stung like 40 times in the face by honeybees.
40.
I would probably say, Coyote, let's give you an EpiPen so this doesn't progress more. Do you typically have EpiPens on set? So you carry them with you? Oh, you
Right
literally,
now, as a matter of fact.
you carry it with you wherever you go now. Just to make sure, you never know.
The Bee Beard is
Oh
not.
my gosh, holy cow. People pay good money for that.
Right?
Oh
That's
my
what you
gosh.
call lip injections.
Yes. 1 to 10 on a pain, where would it be for you?
I would probably say a 7, but the thing is, once that pain wears off,
Sure.
it wears off a bit more quickly than some of the other venoms that I've taken.
Got it.
I'm Coyote Peterson, and I'm about to enter the nettle zone with the gympie.
What the heck is a gympie? It's a Gumby? No.
Trust me, this is no Gumby. One of the top 3 most painful experiences I've been through.
With a leaf?
In Australia.
Okay.
So you're fine here in the United States.
That is a big leaf.
It is a big leaf. Believe it or not, somebody once wiped their butt with that leaf. So this is what we would consider a nettling. Imagine shards of fiberglass, if you will,
Okay, yeah,
or
yeah.
little
Sure.
tiny hypodermic needles. So if
Yep.
you looked at this under a macro lens, it would look like a bunch of snake fangs.
Holy
So
cow. All right, you
instantaneous.
can see where the redness is
Instantaneous.
starting to set in there.
So redness is basically your inflammatory markers, maybe a neurotoxin again that might be going on here.
Dude, the pain receptors for this specifically, so it's considered the most painful stinging plant in the world.
Wow.
On fire and being electrocuted at the same point
go.
is exactly what this feels like.
Yeah, that burn.
And it is continuing to build.
This is the kind of pain you think you may be better off cutting off your arm than risking this going
That
further.
bad.
It is that bad.
Now, when you think about it building and getting worse, I'm about 1.5 minutes in.
This lasts for a considerable amount of time, 24 hours of really intense pain, but then I continue to have pain and ultimately what I believe is nerve damage for 6 months after the fact.
My whole left side is like, oh, so uncomfortable. All the way up my arm, into my shoulder, and into my chest and my lymph nodes.
Your lymph node is like, you think about your lymphatic system as train tracks.
Yeah.
And the lymph nodes are the train stations. So it's where everybody gathers. And when that starts swelling, especially in this type of reaction, they also get really painful.
Yeah.
And so it's hurt, and you have a lot in your armpit, a lot in your neck. Holy cow, those things are gnarly. Definitely check out Brave Wilderness channel. They have a lot of content out there.
I do it at camp for education and entertainment.
I appreciate everybody watching. Make sure you subscribe, turn your bell notifications on, and hit that like button. Thank you so much for watching.
And stay healthy, my friends.